Good morning, everyone. So today's goal is to think about how authors use point of view purposely. So to consider how authors use point of view purposefully. So we're going to talk about what that means and how it works. So what I need you to know right away is that point of view, okay, is one author's craft technique, right? And you've written about author's craft before. Many of you have talked about symbolism in your responses. So authors or um, point of view is another way that authors do things intentionally um, in the way they write for some reason, and we're going to take a look at that. So if we look at these two pieces here, on the left, this is an excerpt from um, Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, right in the beginning. So we have things like, I didn't want to be a half-blood. Um, I envy you. I didn't warn you, or don't say, I didn't warn you. So here it's clear that we're experiencing the story through the eyes of the main character. And if you remember to earlier units in the year, and back in the classroom, we had those glasses that we'd put on, and we'd say we need to step into the character's shoes, see through their eyes. So this is first person. It's called first person point of view. Okay, and over here on the right is an excerpt from Harry Potter. Okay, and here, if I look through, you'll notice that there is no I, right? So it's almost like the story is being told from someone who's not part of the story. Okay, and this is called third person point of view. And if you look through there, it's almost like the person telling the story knows everything, and they are telling us the story kind of step by step as it happens. So there are some different reasons that authors do this. So with first person, one of the big things is, and we talked about this a lot when we were writing, is that we can see through the character's eyes. Okay, we see what they see, we feel what they feel, and this often makes it easy to connect with the main character, okay? Because we feel their feelings. One of the drawbacks is that our we're limited by the character's abilities. So if the character doesn't see it or notice it or hear it, neither do we as the reader. Now with third person, we learn more about the world. So in fantasy, this is useful because we learn lots of the rules of the fantasy world with the character, but it's being told from an outsider's perspective. And this is what we see in The Thief of Always. So when Harvey learns about the parts or the rules of Holiday House, he's not telling them to us. Someone is telling us how he's learning them. So Another reason an author might use third person is to increase trust in the character, because when authors use third person, we feel like that author is, or the narrator is, an authority on the story, on the topic, on the world that they're describing. So here we could say that what we learn about the world is beyond the eyes and ears of the character. Okay. So again, just to review, with third person, the story is told from the perspective of someone who's not a participant in the story. And the reason the author might do that is to come across as an authority on the world and someone we can trust. And this might make it easier to believe some of the characters and what's happening. Okay, with first person, okay, we really see through the characters' eyes, we feel what they feel, and it's easier for us to connect to what they're experiencing. Okay. So as readers, okay, as strong readers, we need to consider how the authors are conveying the messages in the story, and thinking about point of view is just one more way that we can do that. So as you read today, I want you to ask yourself, what's the perspective? What's the point of view that the author's using, and how might this affect how I feel as I read through the story? So good luck as you read today, and I'll see you in a conference.